How's it going, everyone? Conixis here, and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. And we had a bit of an issue as of late. I had to do a soft reset of the PC, but I forgot that when uninstalling all unimportant apps, it got this, and oh baby, so I had to get back up to this point. But don't worry, got all the same choices and everything, so we're all good on that department. But we're back, nonetheless. We're at the day of the festival, because as you remember last time, we helped out Lily with her class festival setup, and we also went to town and spent some time with Lily, and we found out that Lily had a sister, which is kind of nice. But hey, it's time for us to actually check out what this festival is about, since Shizune and Misha were all getting, mad at me for this. But let's see how this is. And also, before we actually get started, I gotta say, guys, that Friday Night Funkin' video for B-Sides, that shit is blowing up. What happened? What did I do in that video that's making it blow up? Cause, it's not, I would think that maybe it's the fact that it's Friday night, but even the original Friday Night Funkin' video is not getting nowhere near that much attention. I don't know what's happening with that. I mean, B-Sides, don't get me wrong, them remixes are fire, but oh my god, you guys really like B-Sides. I want to thank you all for that one. I mean, we rarely have videos blow up unless it's over a long period of time, but that one's just blowing up, so thanks guys. Jeez. Oh my god. But yeah, let's get back into Katawa. After playing Honey Pop, I need some pureness. Alright, so the next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's a Sunday and there's no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. From my window, I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles onto plates for people with a craving for low-quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. I don't know. I mean, we can go try to hang out with Lily, but she might be busy. There will be a few and like I said, I'm pretty sure from the choices we made that we're just kind of on the Lily route. It feels like we're on the Lily route because we've been seeing Lily quite a lot from, I don't know if there's still more choices to sway me onto routes, but I feel like we're leaning toward the Lily route here. But there will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as the others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway, intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today out of impulse. Oh boy. I'm curious if he has any plans, since everyone is doing something. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort, complete with no girls allowed sign. Yeah. And with the girls crossed out and body crudely scrawled underneath. Oh my god. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens up a crack. Who is it? You're supposed to ask that before you open the door? Oh, it's you! Damn, it's early! It's not really that early. What is it, man? Nothing. I was just gonna ask what you're gonna do today. Half the school is already out there. Or out there already. Out where? Why? Oh my god, Kenji, already. What? What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? He suddenly looks more alarmed. What day is it, man? Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff. What the hell are you talking about? And my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers. Oh, okay. The snipers, huh? It's the festival. You know that, right? Oh shit, that's today? Ah, damn it! I can't believe I forgot!
I don't have my fort finished yet!
Well, I was right. He is building a fort. Well, look at that. Anyways,
This is bad! This is going to be a very bad day. It's good you told me this, man. This is going to be a bad day.
why?
Oh man, they're going to be everywhere. The people outside my window socializing.
Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill.
It's going to be loud as hell. Damn, and I was going to go out today, but now it's ruined. Everything is ruined. This is awful. This sucks. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run.
Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out.
I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn, and I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here, and I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished.
Sorry, I thought you knew. So, I guess you're not going to do anything today. The weather is even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not, though, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check out the festival. Or check the festival out. I kinda mixed it there. Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands.
No, I can't do it. They'll eat me alive out there, I know it.
That has to be a joke, but he said it with such a straight face, relatively straight.
What are you going to do? We should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together.
I don't know. I'm pretty hungry, so I thought I'd get some food first and then check out the attractions. Your class project seemed pretty cool, and I gave a hand with it, so I want to see at least that one and chat with Lily, I guess. Speaking of that, don't you have any obligations for the project?
Are you out of your mind? That blind broad is up to no good. I can feel it in my spleen, man. Her presence is like a dark shadow that's in the way of my great vision. As expected of blind people.
What? Besides, I thought that you were also... He holds up his hand to interrupt me.
Only legally.
I see.
Metaphorically, I can see further than any man before me has seen.
Kenji looks stoically into the metaphorical distance to emphasize this statement, thrusting his chin forward to look manlier. Actually, it's just the corridor wall 2 meters away, but it's all the same.
I can see the future of mankind, and it's a dark one unless the threat of women is stifled.
Oh my god.
They are everywhere.
He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire, then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course.
I'm going to have to find someplace to hide, a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival.
Okay.
Later, dude.
Every time I talk to Kenji, I age by like 20 years, my god. The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. I don't either. Okay. After buying a plastic plate of takoyaki from a stall belonging to the class next to ours, I take a seat in the school gardens and watch people pass as I tentatively nibble away the rather bland tasting item. I guess I shouldn't complain. It's better than nothing, and yeah, it didn't cost much. I always wanted to go to a school festival, but here in good old America, they don't really do that. It sucks. I always wanted to try takoyaki as well. Every time I hear about it in fucking games and stuff, it just sounds like it's good. Anyways, as I look out toward the school, watching the people coming and going proves a surprisingly entertaining way of passing the time as I eat. Little children accompanied by parents or grandparents scamper about the din from event to event. The din from event. Yeah, the din from event to event. The din. Anyways, one hand dragging their company and the other bearing an oversized, colorful snack. I can't help but notice the age range among the people here is skewed toward the elderly, something that I'd also noticed when I was walking around town. This must be one of those towns where the only people left are those that lived here their whole lives and ardently refuse to leave, and those wanting to live out the rest of their days in one of the increasingly few tranquil places. I guess that also goes a way to explaining how conservative Yamaku's school culture seems to be. Not that I mind one bit. I kind of like how calm Yamaku and its surroundings are. The heat, though, is another matter entirely. Sitting in one place for so long has focused my mind on how annoyingly humid it's getting. And now that the hottest part of the day is here, oh god. Me and summer, I don't know what I just said. What did I say? I better get moving if and then bell. Gah! The sound of the Carlian bell. Yeah, Carlian? Carlian. I've never heard that word before. Carlian bells take me completely by surprise as I stand up. Reaction shared by a few of the people strolling around as well. The PA system crackles to life after the tolling bells end. Its age shows as the principal makes a barely intelligible announcement over it, officially opening the festival that's very much in full swing. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, it's amusing to contrast the pleasant smiles of the older folk against the alternatively pained and bored grimaces of their younger charges. The students, on the other hand, seem to pay little heed. Nevertheless, as the address finally ends, all are united in polite, if not overly enthusiastic applause, then get back to business. Slipping a hand in my pocket to look as relaxed as possible, I casually glance around for something to do. It's somewhat difficult to see very far from all the people around. I decide to fall back on a tried and trusted rule. Go where everyone else seems to be gathering. Right now, that's the school courtyard and surroundings. Let's go find Lily or somebody to hang out with. I don't want to be lonely. Throwing the used plate into the trash can, I make my way toward the school building. Seeing the number of stalls around the perimeter of the school building surprises me. Quite a few of the classes must have opted to have multiple stalls. In deciding which to visit first, I catch sight of a familiar banner with blue pattern border and red text. Lily's stall is as good a place to start as any. I'm curious as to how it's going after all of the work she and her class have been doing for it. Stepping up to it, I begin to see why the class took so long to organize everything. Easily twice as wide as many other stalls with equipment for cooking and strewn everywhere. It's closer to an outdoor restaurant than a festival event. If this is the whole thing right here, then yeah, that thing huge. There's a lot of drinks though, because there's drinks over there, there's drinks in the middle, and there's drinks kind of on the side. And then it looks like the cooking stuff. As a student in front of me takes a bowl of noodles and leaves, I walk up to the counter. The girl behind it seems quite exasperated and asks me to wait a moment before she disappears underneath the counter. Seizing the moment, I take a quick glance around. Sorry about that, guys. It seems like every time I'm reading a visual novel is when I get interrupted the most. And my bad clicked when I went through. Anyway, steam seems to be rising from everywhere as pots and pans simmer away. The most blind of the students are unpacking ingredients while being helped by someone who is probably the teacher of 3-2. It doesn't take long to notice Lily among them, talking with the teacher as she quickly counts out the boxes and packets with her fingers. From her expression and the fact that both she and the teacher seem to be in a state of mild confusion, it appears that there's been some problem in coordination. Before I can stare any longer, the girl behind the counter pops up again, only to look back and ask where the spare change box is. Lily pauses for a moment before she and the girl switch places at the counter, and the teacher quickly walks off somewhere.
Sorry about that. We're having a few problems. What would you like?
It takes me a second to remember what I come here for. My eyes quickly dart to the side to read the menu sitting on the counter. Oh, I guess some miso soup?
Is that Hisao?
Yep, looks like you're pretty busy. Her face is all but confirms it as she drops her waitress facade.
Somewhere along the line, our order got mixed up. We're trying to fix it now, but it looks like we only have half of what we needed.
Wouldn't serving smaller portions cover over the problem?
It seems like that's what we'll have to do, though. I wish we did. The fact that a good half of our class is gone doesn't help either.
Where's the other half? I glanced behind her to see how many people are actually operating the stall. It couldn't be over about 8. Oh, I take it that's why your teacher left.
That's right. She's going to try and round up a few more of our classmates to help.
Hearing the sound of footsteps behind me, I stealthily glanced backwards to see an elderly couple taking place in line. I guess I'd better stop loitering around and chatting. Yeah, they're busy. Here's the money for the soup.
Soup? Oh, right. Coming right up.
Lily turns and calls for a bowl of miso soup as I hand over the money for it. Taking the coins in her palms, I can't help but notice how efficiently she counts them out with her long, pale fingers. I guess the coins have to be a certain feel or something, because how would she know I gave her the right amount? I could have gave her, I don't know how Japan has coins. Like, I don't know how that works. Like, I don't know if every coin is the same or if, like, the higher rating coins are different shit. I don't know. But the point is, you know what I mean. Eventually satisfied that I've handed over the correct change, she puts it into the small metal tray. It isn't long. I find it funny how I got into this and I was like, oh damn, Shizune cute. Oh damn, I'm interested in Hanako. Oh man, Rin is really funny. I like Emmy. And I ended up on, it looks like I'm ending up on Lily's route. Don't get me wrong, I like Lily too, but I find it funny how I was like openly, well I mean technically, I can show this off now. Like, you'll see that the save playtime is lower, but because I had to start from the fucking beginning. But when I saw this little thing, I was like, "Oh, that character looks interesting," and well, here they are. So technically, I did talk about Lily, but I just didn't know to what sense I'd like her. Anyways, but it isn't long before the soup is made and carefully handed to her. After which she turns and subsequently passes it to me. Thanks, I'll come back to drop off the bowl.
Thank you, Hisao. Oh, there is one other thing. Have you seen Hanako?
You think Hanako is gonna be out here? Of all?
She can't even walk through the halls of school without hiding behind someone. And if she gets through the halls, it's usually probably before class is over so she can avoid everyone. I don't think there's a chance in hell she's gonna be wandering out here. Unless she was trying to find you, which even then I don't think she'd come out here to do. She's probably in the library if it's open today, or she's stuck in her room because, like Kenji, she don't like people. Yeah, so let's see here. Hanako, no, not today. Why? She gives a small sigh of abject disappointment.
It's okay. I was just wondering what she was doing for the festival.
Yeah, like I said, she's either in the library if the regular school is open for you to go in, and the library is open for you to go in. The library closes at a certain time, so I imagine they either lock the door or it's an open entry. I'm pretty sure there was a door to the library. I don't remember, but...
You'll come back when you're done, then?
Sure, I'll keep an eye out for Hanako, too.
Thank you, Hisao.
I walk off from the stall and find a seat, carefully cradling the steaming wooden bowl in both hands. Compared to the dumplings from before, dumplings? I didn't have dumplings, I had takoyaki! This is quite nice. A little cool compared to what it probably should be. Perhaps, but the flavor is enough to cover for that reasonably well. Unless he had dumplings some earlier time, but... when we started, he had takoyaki. Anyways, as I drink, I can't help but feel somewhat guilty for not being as involved in the festival as others. I mean, probably if I would have went on Shizune's route, however you would start it, my guess is to start Shizune's route, you probably would have had to have been aggressive when you were playing that game, and of course taking her side when, you know, the time came. But there probably would been an option to join the student council if I showed more promise. And I like went to lunch with her and Misha instead of going to lunch with like Hanako and Lily, you know, that kind of thing. So it's a possibility that I could have started their route. As for Emmy and Rin, I actually don't know. I think the only option that I saw would go toward Emmy was a doctor saying, you need to be more physical, man. But I was like, well, maybe. If I said yes, then I probably would be at the track every morning. I'd probably talk to Emmy more, and they'll probably open up options for her. But we're going to go through all the girls' routes, so we'll see as we go. It can't be helped considering I was dropped into the school only a week ago, but it still weighs heavily on my mind. That and the fact that a few students don't really seem to be enjoying the festival as much as the visitors. Eventually, I finish my bowl and leave for the stall to drop it off. Considering that there seems to be no line at all, I take my time walking up. It seems the teacher's mission paid off. There are now over a dozen students helping, and much of the unpacking has been done. Despite most of them seeming quite relaxed as they work, Lily still appears to be somewhat stressed. Right. I know what I'll do. Even if it's just one person, I'll make the festival more enjoyable for her. As I place the bowl on the counter, I call out to Lily.
Ah, Hisao.
I keep saying it like Hisao, but it could be Hisao, but Hisao, I don't know. For some reason, I got into the groove of saying that. I think before I just said Sao, but Hisao. Anyway, you brought it back? Yeah, here. I slide it into her hands, and she takes it over to someone who is apparently on cleaning duty. Considering that I didn't see them here before, it's probably a penalty for their tardiness. Hey, Lily. She perks up and returns to the counter as she hears my voice again, realizing that I'm still here. Wanna go see... Oh, no. Listen, I know what you mean, but... She's blind. You should have probably said you want to go enjoy more of the festival with me or something that doesn't involve C. She puffs her cheeks disapproving. Yep. Well, either that or she's like, no, I gotta work, so I can't go off and have fun. One of the two. But, yeah, like, look at that. She puffs out her cheeks disapprovingly. It looks kind of cute and complete contradiction to her usual reserved nature. Yeah, when she makes that face, it's kind of cute. It's really cute. Lily is cute, though. Like, damn, girl. She got the mixed blood being... She has to be American, because usually when they're Americans and they're mixed with Japanese, like, they have the blonde hair, blue eye thing going on. So, maybe. It takes a few seconds for me to... Did she ever say what she was? I don't even know. It takes a few seconds for me to get what she's taking issue with. Whoops, yeah! I didn't mean to... Lily giggles at me, exposing her teasing for what it is.
You're still not used to the school, are you?
She got me.
Still, I kind of need to stay with our stall.
So I guess it was kind of a little bit of both. And the sentiment, well, no, I think that was just all because I said C. This is probably, she seems kind of calm saying this.
I kind of need to stay with our stall. It's taken until just now to even get everything unpacked.
I guess her reluctance shouldn't overly surprise me, considering how much work she's put into this. Everything seems to be running fine now, though besides, you've got extra help on hand anyway. A boy in the middle of cooking some soba noodles turns towards us, grinning.
Oh, go on, Lils. You've earned yourself a break. We can hold down the fort for now.
I don't know why he has an accent, but he does.
If you say it's okay, then I suppose so. But if you need any help...
Then we'll call you. Go on, we'll be fine.
Lily finally gives up her resistance as he waves a spatula at her. She feels her way around the back of the stall and picks up her cane on the way. I guess the first thing we should do is look for Hanako. Lily seems to be kind of worried about her, and I doubt she'd be the kind of person to enjoy milling about in crowds like this alone. Yeah, like I said, there ain't no way in hell Hanako taking her ass out here today. No. She's either locked up like Kenji, or she's in the library if it's open. Other than that, I don't know where else she could be. So I guess we should search for Hanako. Where to first? The both of us go quiet for a moment to think. Maybe she's in her dorm room?
I doubt it. She doesn't keep too many things in there, so she'd have nothing to do.
You think she'd bring a lot of books home? The library. How was I the first one to think of this? As a good place as any to search for the avid reader, I suppose. The library it is. We'll check there first, then. Like I said, if the school, I guess it is open for... Since they're going there. I didn't think it'd be open since the festival was going on. Aside from the muffled sounds of the crowd sweeping in from outside, the inside of the school seems almost deserted. In order to make sure everyone had enough room, I guess all the events were organized to be held outside on school grounds. They're definitely quite large by any other school standards.
It's nice and quiet here, isn't it?
Yeah, much nicer than the hustle and bustle of outside. We take our time and slowly walk through the first floor of the school, eventually reaching the stairs to the second floor. I can't help but notice how Lily anticipates every door and obstacle, her cane remaining still, and her hands skating along the hallway railings. You really know the school well, don't you? She smiles and nods straight ahead.
I've been here for a few years now, so I know where everything is.
What I say, the interruptions, bro, they're plentiful. Anyways,
The dorms still trip me up, though. Sometimes. I haven't been there as long, and they're not as well laid out as the main building. If I'm remembering right, they used to be unused buildings before being renovated and used as dormitories.
that explains why the male and female dorms look different from the outside, and why their rooms seem kind of unusual for sleeping quarters. I'd assumed she'd been living in the dormitory since she began attending the school, but now I'm reminded of what she said yesterday. That's right, you mentioned that before. I'd assumed that most of the students lived here in the dormitories once they enrolled. A lot of them seem to in any case. Lily's expression becomes somewhat harder to read, my question evidently touching on a delicate point.
Well, how should I say? Everyone has their reasons.
Something tells me that one of those with reasons is Hanako, hence her tiptoeing around the answer. Yeah, it seems like it. We don't really know Hanako's story, and my guess is we're not gonna really learn it unless Lily tells us, or we go down her route, because I do want to know what's up with Hanako and why she's so skittish, but apparently those are burn marks, so maybe trauma, family died, I don't know. I have no idea. My own predicament is yet another such case. I have no idea why Hanako is so skittish, but that wouldn't explain why she's skittish around people. I mean, yeah, her family died, but, like, that would just make her more depressed than anything. Abusive family? I don't know. Like, something's going on with Hanako. I do want to know because she seems, like, really skittish and scared of everything. Like, people in general freak her out. She was hiding behind me, and she barely knew me when we were going to, like, you know, find Lily, so it's like, I don't know. It's weird. I guess it's a choice everyone here would have to make for themselves, or in my instance, have made for themselves. It can't be helped, I suppose, at least at Yamaku itself, it seems like a nice place.
It's good to hear you say that, though you were coming to dislike... I thought you were coming to dislike it.
What about you, though? Yeah, do you like the school? My reversal of Lily's statement takes her by surprise.
I've been here for a while, so...
It's not that. You just seem pretty depressed about Akira. What's with that look?
Akira's taken. Sorry, Hisao.
Wait a minute. Wait. How did me asking about you end up about me asking, yo, can I date your sister? Wait, I wasn't even... What? Hold on. I'm not interested in... your sister. I'm interested in your sister. Ah, you see what I did? Anyway, god damn it. Lily never sees how fast my palm meets my face at her sly accusations. Hey, I was worried about you. That's no way to respond to concern. While she gives an amused grin, we round the corner of the hallway and enter the library. Yep, I knew it. As we do so, it isn't hard to spot Hanako, considering that the room is completely devoid of anyone else. Given that there are no staff around, I guess there's no need to heed the usual library rules. I call out to her. Hey, Hanako.
Hanako is here?
as she hears our voices. Hanako's head flickers up from behind a book. Probably the same one she'd been reading on Friday, yeah?
Hiso, Lily.
I'm pretty sure that was her voice. It was just extremely light. It was the Sasami voice. God damn it. Just thought we'd drop by. Lily just managed to escape from the noodle stall with a little help.
That wasn't really an escape.
Hanako gives a small giggle, briefly surprising both of us. Oh, yeah, I was about to read that as silly. That's Hanako.
I just thought that Lily might not be enjoying the festival.
Well, now we can enjoy it together, right? Wait. Just thought that Lily might not be enjoying the festival. Are you saying you just thought that? Like you were just thinking? Or... Because depending on how you take that line, it could make it seem like I was saying that. I don't know. Anyways, so now we can enjoy it together, right? Yep. The two nod happily before we set out of the library and toward the festivities. Oh, it's night. I thought we were actually gonna... Okay, that's fine. Hand over some change to the girl behind the counter and take 2 styrofoam cups of tea. I tried to accentuate my bowl a bit to cover for... My bow a bit. My bowl? What the hell? Bow a bit for the fact that she's quite obviously deaf. Oh. Come to think of it, I probably should have asked for help instead of leaving those two in the gardens while I brought drinks. Trying to juggle 2 cups of tea for them and a can of coffee for myself out of a vending machine isn't exactly easy. Can't you put the can in your pocket? How big is the can? How small are your pockets? Like, maybe you got small ass pockets, but you should be able to put the can in your pocket. Unless it's a fat can or you got tiny ass pockets, because usually at my job, when I get a can and I'm heading out, I just put it in my pocket and keep walking. How small are your pockets, dude? Anyways, for myself, it isn't exactly easy, yeah. With some careful maneuvering, though, I managed to keep everything stable and upright as I walk over to the bench where Lily and Hanako are sitting and chatting. It's actually quite a nice place. Lit only by moonlight, it's tucked away some distance from the main events. Compared to how it had been during the day, the spot is also pleasantly cool by now. Not that it matters all that much. Most of the visitors have moved to the areas that are either closer to the fireworks or higher on the hill in order to view the display apparently planned.
Welcome back, Hiso.
Her ears are good. I'm not exactly close, and even Hanako hadn't noticed me. Here you go. Sorry, it's instant, but that's all they had left by now. Hanako gingerly takes a cup from my right hand, and I gently place the other into Lily's outstretched hands.
Did you enjoy the festival then, Hiso?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. An honest answer. Much of the food may have been somewhat subpar, but it was a lot of fun in the end, especially with Hanako and Lily. In fact, I think those two may have enjoyed themselves even more than I did. With both Lily and me around, much of Hanako's withdrawn nature around others died down enough for her to enjoy herself. Oh, okay, that kind of caught me, but not scared. I was about to say, what the hell? But fireworks! Hey, as we sit drinking, the whistle of the first fireworks ring out before it explodes into a vibrant shower of blue against the night sky, heralding the beginning of the end for the festival. Enthusiastic shouts can be heard from the crowd scattered around the school grounds celebrating them. For minutes on end, Hanako and I watch the fireworks overhead as Lily blissfully listens to them with her eyes shut. Red, green, yellow, star-shaped, circular, and patterned, and all maneuver of shapes and colors fill the air, one after the other, and dance across the sky. No place near where I live put on such lavish displays. Festivals like this were a thing of the past in such a metropolitan area. To be seeing such a sight with these two, it's probably the happiest I've been in a long while.
So, that's it. The festival's finally ending.
Yeah. She gives a delicate, wistful sigh.
As much as I might complain about all the stuff we have to do, it's still sad that we'll have to have graduated before the next Imaku festival.
I walk forward and stand beside Lily, gently resting a hand on her shoulder. Don't worry, we'll still have Tanabata later in the year, right?
You're right. It would be nice to go there when it comes.
Minutes of silence pass, with only the blast of fireworks to be heard. Seeing these two reminded me of the words of advice Lily had given me as we walked into town together. Cherish the opportunity to make new friends, huh? Hey, Lily. She turns her head slightly to show that she's listening. Hako's gaze still firmly fixed on the Technicolor fireworks bursting overhead. Mind if I join you two for tea every now and again? The smile on her face is more than enough to see her answer.
It would be a pleasure, Hisao.
Hey, I made friends. I made friends. Oh, we got some animation going. Look at Lily. Oh, she's so cute. It's a plane. Oh, it's Akira. Oh, look at us walking together. Wait, we dating? What's happening? I mean, she could just be using me to guide her, but what was that? What? Oh. What? What is this? Wait, hold on, what the? No, what was that? What? Act 2 passed. Oh, we're just making it to Act 2. I mean, that was beautiful, but what was that? We together? Wait, what's happening? What was that? Oh my god. I wake to the annoying din of my alarm clock, its bright red numerals lighting up my face. It's the same alarm clock I had at home, one of the few remaining artifacts from my days before coming to Imaku. I hope that using it would help ease my transition into this new life. No such luck, though. Groggily dragging myself out of bed, I wipe the sleep out of my eyes and reach over to my desk. I open a couple of bottles of medication, shoot across it, and swallow a few pills dry. By now, the process is starting to become automatic. Something I should be glad for, given their purpose. Feeling much more awake than before, I wander into the bathroom. While the shower warms up, my mind begins to wander as my new daily routine begins once again. The bright colors of fireworks fill my mind. So it is the day after. Okay, so is that just showing what's gonna be happening, or that was us, right? Or I'm not fucking up. I think so. It feels strange to be moved so much by people I know so little about. Then again, I suppose these aren't normal circumstances. At least I have someone to talk to, now aside from my schoolmate next door. With the time left before school begins today warning, I begin to get ready for class. Oh damn, what is going on? Like, I guess if anything, that shows, yes, you are on the Lily route. So I think it's just Lily from here on out. I don't know if there's gonna be any choices. Like, I don't know if there's bad end or normal end and good end, but if so, oh boy. Walking through the door into the classroom, I notice that I'm still somewhat early. I see about 5 or 6 students milling around, most of them looking as if they'd rather be still in bed. It's at times like this that I appreciate being a morning person. That said, 2 students in particular seem just as perky as always. Uh-oh. Yep. Hi, Shizune. Hi, Misha. Wait. Unless she saw me, wait, no, because unless Misha unless I waved. Did I wave? Or did I just say? No, I just said hi. I don't think Shizune would be able to understand that unless Misha translates. But they don't like me anymore, so oh no. I haven't talked with them in so long. I suddenly realized that my greetings would be lost on the so I quickly follow it with a wave. She doesn't seem overly bothered. Or interested for them. Yeah, she doesn't like me anymore. I'm sorry, Shizune. I wanted to be friends with you, but damn. I didn't know that you and Lily had beef. Shizune. Oh, Lord, but now I can't be friends with you. I mean, I could, but you're petty, so I guess I can't be friends with you. I would, but, you know, but I'm not that kind of person to be friends with someone and try to get in someone else's good interest by shitting on the other person. No. Sorry, but I guess we can't be friends, Shizune, but Misha seems neutral.
Hello, Hee-chan. Are you feeling well?
I can only assume her greeting comes from Shizune. It's hard to tell if she's speaking as herself or Shizune sometimes. Better than most everyone else, I guess. You two seem bright and chipper. Misha signs this back to Shizune as I say it, elicting a somewhat terse answer if her sharp and rapid arm movements are any indication. Considering that these two made such a big deal out of the festival preparations, I probably should have chosen my words more carefully.
Since you're a new student, we've been cutting you some slack. Please don't expect this kind of task dodging to be allowed in the future.
Misha looks as if she's about to add her own comment, but quickly goes back to interpreting as Shizune continues unbatted.
While your contribution to Class 3-2 stall is appreciated...
Huh? Word sure got around quickly that these two have their fingers on the pulse of the school.
We would prefer the efforts to be focused on task at hand, namely your own class.
Yeah, I did go out and help another class instead of helping my own. Nah, as much as I hate to admit it, they do have a point. Before I can respond, though, Shizune adds something more which draws a smile from Misha.
Did you enjoy the festival then?
Lecture over, I guess. Yeah, it was good. Did you two enjoy it? Shizune gives a short nod as Misha grins and bounces her head up and down. The contrast side by side is amusing. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice more students starting to trickle into the classroom. A quick glance at my watch confirms that they are a few minutes late. Hi, Hanako. I look over to see Hanako and realize that she's already there and contentedly reading a book. It makes me wonder just how long she's been there without me noticing. With heavy footsteps coming up the hallway, signaling Muto's arrival, our idle talking comes to an end, and I take my seat next to Misha. As the door slides open, he strides through with a ponderous gait. His posture is even worse than usual, and his eyes are barely staying open. I guess my quip to Lily and Hanako about the staff is misplaced. Everyone opens their books as he reaches his desk, and the first class of the new week begins. Oh boy. I rub my eyes as the lunch bell rings out, glad for the temporary reprieve from work. I'm entirely unsurprised when I look over to the door and see Lily standing there, cane in hand, patiently waiting for Hanako. Considering her acceptance of my request to join them yesterday, I decided to spend my lunchtime with them rather than eat alone. Yeah, I don't want to be lonely. Hanako moves surprisingly fast to meet her companion, and the two enter the hallway before I can catch up. Damn. They leave me. Lily's head turns slightly, registering the sound of footsteps behind her. As Hanako notices and follows her lead, she almost jumps in surprise.
Hisao! Hello, Hisao.
Sorry if I startled you. Wait. I assume this is because I scared her, but for some reason, in my mind, when I see this, and then I see, hello, it makes it seem like, because look at her face here, she looks a bit, not really scared, but looks like a bit like, what the fuck? Uh-oh. I just remembered, I'm third wheeling now. Fucking before Hanako and Lily, it was just the two of them. But now, technically, since I'm on the Lily route, I'm technically just stealing Lily away from Hanako. Oh no, I'm gonna make Hanako lonely. Oh no, but I don't think Lily would be the kind of person to abandon her. I don't think we'd do that, maybe. I don't know. But, oh no. I just noticed this. Oh god, but yeah, because, like, her face doesn't look like she's scared. It looks more like she's, like, I don't know how to explain it. It looks more like a, wait, you? Like, it looks more like a unwanted surprise kind of face, like, but then she goes back to timid. Because, like, if she had, I don't know, maybe she doesn't have a lot of sprites, but, like, if she had, like, that kind of face, like, the eye tilt like that, like, the eyebrows, and then that mouth, it would look like she was terrified. But, I don't know. Anyways, hi, sorry if I startled you. Oh, Lord, Lily turns to greet me, helped in her orientation by Hanako. Oh. Oh no, if Hanako starts to hate me, I'm gonna feel sad. Because I'm taking up her time with Lily. Oh Lord, I don't mean a third wheel, but I need friends.
Good afternoon, Hiso. Are you joining us?
If it's no trouble, there's not much else to do, really. Lily gives a small nod as if to silently brush away any idea that it would be troubling in the least. Or maybe it was, she was just surprised. I mean, like, when I read it, it makes it feel like that, but she might have just been surprised. Like, if she had some ellipses after Lily agreed for me to join, I'd definitely 100% agree. The article don't want me here. Oh, Lord. We descend one set of stairs and walk down the hallway to the usual room, or pace somewhat quicker than usual, thanks to Lily using Hanako for directions rather than her cane and railing. As expected, the deserted sound of the other clubs can only barely be heard as sunlight streams into the room from outside. Looking around the room, I notice a couple of empty easels propped up against the wall that I don't think were there before. The art club must use this room as extra storage.
Should I get the chest shut out?
Hanako's voice seems less tense when she's directly addressing Lily.
Yes, I'll make tea while you sort the pieces.
I can do that for you if you like. She ponders the offer for a moment before smiling, confirming that I made the right choice. Her face is remarkably easy to read.
Very well, thank you.
She slides her retracted cane into the handle of her bag and sets it against one of the table legs before taking a seat opposite Hanako. As I prepare for the three of us, I can hear the small wooden pieces being set on the board. I wonder how good Lily is at chess, given her circumstances. By the time I place the steaming teacups onto the table, Lily and Hanako have already moved their first pieces, as they nibble on sandwiches and rice balls from their respective bags. I don't know shit about chess, but, how is Lily gonna play? I mean, you know what I mean, right? Like, wait. I mean, is this blind people chess? Because there's, like, little indentations on the board. I mean, maybe. I mean, all the pieces except the pawns are different, so, I mean, to be able to feel them and tell which one you're moving. I don't know, bro. Maybe. I note that the chessboard they're using has holes in the middle of, each square, and the pegs on the bottom of the pieces have each dark square slightly raised. Watching from Lily's fingers skating over the board, tracing out the positions of the pieces, makes me marvel a little the simple ingenuity of the design. It must be specifically made for blind players. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, here you go. Hanako gives a small nod as isn't there a thing that I can, like, show image. And we're all having lunch, it's all good, and we're playing chess, or they're playing chess. I don't know shit about chess. Hanako gives a small nod as I put down a cup next to her side of the board. Lily's hand ventures sideways slightly, so I gently place the cup touching the tip of her fingers, a gesture she seems to appreciate. I finally take a seat and silently sip my tea as the two play. The contrast in their appearance while playing is interesting to watch. Hanako looks closely at the board, her face one of focused concentration. Lily, on the other hand, keeps her hand level and maintains her calm neutrality. Lily's gentle voice addresses both of us as she continues to play.
How was class now that the festival's over?
I look to Hanako to see whether she'll answer first, but see that she's doing the same. Not great. Half the class seemed to be dozing off, even including the teacher. Not to mention a test on top of all that. Hanako quietly adds her own agreement with this.
I could imagine that being a bit difficult for you, being a transfer student.
Well, I think I did fine. Other than the shock of a test coming so early, science is probably my best subject. It was mine too. Me and this dude are one and the same. Science was my best subject while math was my worst. Oh, Lord.
How'd you...
No, that was me. How'd you do, Hanako?
Me? Okay, I guess.
Hanako's too sincere to be able to pull off lying very well. That much is obvious. Lily's smile slips away very slightly from her reaction. Hanako mustn't be skilled enough at academics to do very well without preparation. How did your class handle it, Lily?
It went surprisingly well, actually. Only one student was absent, which was better than what the teacher expected.
Was it Kenji? With the topic all but run dry, the two concentrate on their chess game once again. I can't say I ever liked the idea of chess as a spectator sport, but given its unique nature for once, I'm wrapped in watching the game unfold. As time wears on, both of them demonstrate a decent skill at playing the game. Having captured 2 more pawns than Hanako, Lily has the upper hand, but only slightly. Until Hanako makes a strange move with her queen, seizing upon this lapse in judgment. Lily takes the piece with her knight. Without hesitation, Hanako moves a pawn to take Lily's rook on the opposite side of the board and promotes it to queen. Lily's face falters as her fingers move over the pieces and she realizes she just fell into Hanako's trap. It's a little distracting to have the board traced out after each move, even if it's out of necessity. Judging by Hanako's lack of reaction, she must be used to this. She and Lily must have played at least a few games of chess against each other after all.
Check.
It's not bad at all. Nice, Hanako. The compliment causes her to flower into a surprised blush.
Thank you. I didn't think it would work.
I look over to Lily, her fingers having just finished tracing the position of remaining pieces in an attempt to extricate her king. Yeah, extricate? Okay. Her king from this behind. I
think this is checkmate.
I take a look at the board to confirm. Sure enough, her king has nowhere to escape without being threatened by another piece. My earlier question as to which of them is better at this has just been answered. So it is. Not bad about that, guys. Anyway, Lily gives a small sigh as Hanako smiles. From the reactions, this seems like a fairly usual result. How long have you two been playing?
Since I was young.
Lily nods at Hanako's brief answer.
Hanako taught me how to play as soon as I met her. I can beat her every now and then, but that's a rarity. I don't seem to have the right mindset for it.
If Lily came to Yamaku at the start of high school and met Hanako when she moved to the dorms, that means she's only been playing for about 1 year. After seeing Hanako's level of play, I'm not too surprised. Lily has trouble beating her. Hang on. Oh boy.
But she's better at languages than I am, so...
Lily gives an appreciative, if slightly amused smile at Hanako's quick reversal of her compliment.
Well, that's how it is.
Much to everyone's surprise, the bell suddenly rings, heralding the end of lunch break.
That game lasted longer than I thought it did.
Same. I guess we better go back to class. Hanako's already in the middle of packing up, so I take Lily's bag and offer it to her. To my surprise, she takes it and nods, but then she places it back down on the table.
Hey, Sal, may I make a request?
Sure, go ahead. Would you mind if I were to quickly feel your face? Oh. I was about to say what, but I think I understand because, you know, she's blind, so she wants to get an idea of what I look like, maybe. Oh, no, go ahead. I don't mind. The question takes me severely off guard, but once I regain my composure, it seems sensible enough. So far, Lily's had no idea what I actually look like. Yeah, like I said. And this would be her only way to find out. Lily raises her right hand to which I take it in mine and guide to my face before letting go. We gotta look at the image. Look at image. She's learning me. Oh, Lord. The room is entirely silent as Lily's hand moves over around my facial features, from my chin to my cheek to everywhere else. As expected, this to feel a lot more disquieting than it does. I suppose that's because the action is entirely a matter of practically being functionally no different than to simply looking at someone's face. Her hand is soft, but what takes me by surprise is the length of her fingers, not to mention how sure even the slightest of her movements are. I have no doubt that her level of tactical feeling would be far beyond mine. Her hand briefly runs once through my hair before retreating. I'm sure that every inch of my face has been committed to her memory. It's only now, too, that I realize Hanako's been silently watching the entire time.
Thank you for letting me do that, Hiso. And if I might add, I think you're quite
Well, thank you! Oh, I think they call handsome by everyone. It's fucking Polly, you got fucking Candace, and now we got Lily. Everybody calling your boy handsome. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, oh Lord. I blush a little at her remark before raising a questioning eyebrow. But if you can't see how...
Just because I can't see, that doesn't mean I don't have my own preferences.
What are your preferences? How do you know that I'm a little confused.
We'd better go now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess we'll see you later then, Lily. Walking through the hallway back to our classrooms, I noticed that Hanako seemed quieter than before, but also more comfortable. Lily, her hand on Hanako's shoulder, seems to pick up her assumed pace as well, smiling as they walk. If I could spend the rest of my time at Yamako like this, I don't think it'd be so bad. All that's needed for joy are small exchanges of happiness, after all. Exactly. As I reach my desk and set my bag beside it, I realize something, or rather, my stomach does. I didn't eat, did I? I was so busy with those two, I forgot to buy lunch. Oh my god. Yeah, I only had tea, that's it. I'm hungry, Katawa Shoujo. Oh, Lord. I mean, we can call it here, because it's been our hour. Let's see what happens today, anything major. Saturday, my second most favorite day of the week. This is almost entirely due to the fact that it is the day with the second least amount of school. The second least amount of school. With classes ending at the beginning of lunch. Huh. I opened my door confidently, myself being more than confident of being able to get enjoyment out of the fine weather and shorter class length. It's funny, because Saturday is my shortest work day, because usually we get out an hour earlier than usual. Our schedule isn't matching, man. Oh, God. Let's see. I confidently stride down the hallway and down the stairs to the lobby of the male dorms. I confidently look behind me to see whose footsteps are approaching. I lose my confidence in this day being enjoyable. Oh, yes, of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Hey, man, what's up?
Not much, I guess. I'm just looking forward to the afternoon. You? He wraps his arm around my slumped shoulders far too comfortably. Something's up. Uh-oh.
Let's step outside shall we?
I was just about to before you stopped me.
Quick change the mad face.
Oh god, he doesn't take my reaction to theatrics well. Ignoring him, I walk outside and start down the stairs. Oh, they finished the mural. Wait, let me take a look at that. Look, that man who's smiling right there. I don't. That's kind of creepy. Anyways, oh lord, yeah. So I'm gonna sign down the steps. Yep. It doesn't take too long for him to catch up with me again. I wonder if he wants money or to rant about another conspiracy, or maybe both.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Uh-huh.
It's about that blonde. You know who I'm talking about.
Let's hope that's the last one. Anyways, conspiracy it is. For a moment, I contemplate feigning ignorance, but I realize this will go quicker if I just let him get it all out. Lily, the one from your class.
You're on a first name terms with her?
Yeah. He looks positively shocked at this development. Did he not expect me to be able to answer? He gathers himself and coughs into his fist, dramatically, like everything he does.
Well, never mind that. I'm here to warn you. You know, man to man.
Warn me about what, Lily?
Yeah, you don't know her, man.
Don't you hate when you're asked something and then seconds later you're asked something again when they could have just asked both at the same time? Anyways, it's mostly true. I've only known her and Hanako for less than 2 weeks, and even then, we've just been exchanging banal chatter about school as we... I'm about to say as we while away lunch, yes. I'm about to say, wait, what? I'm pretty sure you don't either.
That's not the point. You're the one spending inordinate amounts of time with her.
It distresses me that someone like Kenji, who's probably as far out of the loop as one could possibly get, knows about such a trivial fact as who I choose to befriend. Then again, I am a transfer student, and she's not only the representative of their class, but also a tall blonde. Yes, maybe I should appreciate this ranting. I mean, what is this for being a tall blonde have to... Anyways, maybe I should appreciate this ranting as a warning that the rumor mill exists in this school, and that I'm firmly within it. I mean, why wouldn't rumors exist? It's just lunch. Nothing special.
Look, man, under the bridge.
Look, man, under the bridge. What?
See this bridge? You're under it. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do to get intel. I just want to make sure you don't end up too far under the bridge.
You're losing me, Kenji. Yeah, you're really actually losing me this time. What the hell?
That's okay. A lot of people get lost. That's why I'm here to help. Just be careful around her, okay? She looks all harmless on the outside, but I've heard shit. Bad shit. You know the student council, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm interested. What student council? Because student council is where Shizune is, and her and Shizune got beef. What happened on this? Do you know, Kenji? Tell me what happened on the student council. He seems to involuntarily shudder as he says the word. Putting him and Shizune together in a room is an amusing mental exercise. I wonder if they've met. That would be a good conversation to watch. Yeah, Shizune and Misha are in my class. I seem to have dodged the draft, though.
Good man, good man.
Oh, I wonder what you would have said if I was on the council. Would we still be friends?
But this blonde, she was there, in the student council, right damn there.
I see, and?
And she's not there now.
Ooh. And the music's stopping. Oh, what? Is Kenji gonna reveal the dirt? What's happening?
Seriously, think about it. Something must have gone down.
I stopped walking for a moment, giving the idea more thought than I probably should. It would explain that fight the two had, at least in part. Wait, no, not really. Even leaving the student council would need a catalyst. In the end, it doesn't explain much at all, other than the fact that their feud goes back some ways. I mean, it kind of does. If they worked in a student council, unless they were feuding even in the student council, which caused Lily to leave. If so, then yeah, it would go farther back. But I don't know how this works. I guess you have a point. I'm not seeing how That really affects me, though.
Okay, feel this one. Lily's foreign, obviously.
Obviously.
Now, what nationality is she?
I think American. I don't know. I opened my mouth to give an answer, but I realized I have none. In fact, I've given the matter very little thought. Yeah, so I was right. We didn't ask her. So I think she's American, because usually when it's a foreigner, it's like someone who's fucking from America, blonde, blue eyes, or someone who's from... I know there's another country. I don't... There's usually another country that they make, like, you know, mixed girls in, like, anime from. Is it Russia? I don't know. Anyways, given the... Did I read that, actually? No, I did. Given that she has no accent, acts perfectly Japanese, I suppose it's never really seemed important. Now that he mentions it, though, I am rather curious. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe English? They like tea. I mean... yeah, she's just from England, of course. Yes, I probably should resort to stereotypes, but that's the only lead I have.
You're not thinking. Luckily, you have me here to think for you.
Gee, thanks. He brushes off the quip effortlessly.
Now, answer me this. Who has a lot of social power is filthy stinking rich? You know, blondes are all rich, right? Had a long history of disputes and used to belong to much larger organizations.
The Roman Catholic Church?
Well, okay, there's that. But there's also the mafia.
Oh, the mafia, I see. I mean... Akira was wearing a suit. She could be a part of the Yakuza. Oh, shit! Oh my god, I swear to god, if she is, I'm done. Let me stop joking around. Okay, they're part of the Yakuza gang, yeah. Akira's the head of the house. Oh no. Well, let me stop joking, because it'll actually come true, and then I'm gonna get, like, fucking thrown in Tokyo Bay. God damn it. But there's also the mafia.
Come on, rich, foreign, there's no way she doesn't have connections to them.
I have reason to doubt the logic of his deductions, but he shows no sign of stopping.
So, do you know where I think she's from?
Italy?
Mainland Italy, small time, dude. She has to be from Sicily?
I've never heard of that.
All those mafioso types come from there. Wait, no, Russia!
Oh, look at that. I said Russia and...
Damn, this could be bad! The mafia there is serious business, man. Ex-KGB everywhere. Paramilitaries, hardcore smuggling, and...
Wait, stop. Just slow down. It's like, what point are you trying to get at here?
You don't know what she'll do, man. I won't get in your way. Agents don't operate like that. But I just want you to be careful. When the time comes, we'll need all the help we can get. I don't want to lose you, comrade.
Well, at least he's concerned for me. Kinda. I wave goodbye to him as we separate to our respective classes, but I'm not sure that he sees the gesture. Piling my books into my bag, I catch a glimpse of the library books I borrowed last week. I might as well return them, considering they took all of 2 days to finish. I really consider inviting Hanako along to the library, but she's already gone. It'll probably be better for my studying if I'm alone anyway. With a quick stretch and wave to a couple of classmates who give the same to me, I make my way out of the classroom. As I open my bag and shove the books through the return slot in front counters, I notice a strange person behind the desk. Old and graying, she must be Yuko's replacement when she's working at the cafe. I began looking for a free table, a task made somewhat difficult, considering that despite there not being many students in here, they're all sitting at their own tables. Noticing a familiar head of hair, I walk over to one near the braille section. Oh, Lily. Yeah, it's hard to tell whether Lily's concentrating hard or not. Her placid expression holding perfectly still as her fingers slide across the dot-filled page of her book. Hi, mind if I sit here?
Oh, no problem at all.
She trails off, evidently still focused on her business at hand.
Hiso!
She gives a nod of greeting as I sit opposite of her at the table, pluck a textbook out of my bag, and quickly thumb the chapter we're covering in class. For a while we sit there and read, each in our own way. Seeing her reminds me of what Kenji said this morning, though that and the fact that I've never seen someone read in Braille before makes me keep throwing glances at her. I mean, she can't see, so you can just stare. I kind of feel guilty about it, given that she has no weight. Yeah, I just said it. Oh my god, given that she has no way to realize I'm doing so. I mean, unless anyone else is looking at you, it won't be too awkward, because like you're just watching her read Braille. I mean, I've never seen someone read Braille either, so it would be interesting to kind of see. Oh god. Given that she has no way to realize I'm doing so I decide to just ask her about it. Her lineage isn't exactly a state of secret after all, and there is another thing I've only just noticed from her movements. Hey, Lily, mind if I ask a question?
Not at all. Is anything wrong?
I was just wondering, you're at least part foreign, right? She gives a small giggle before letting down her book.
I've always been amused at how squeamish people are about that. Akira's mentioned how much she and I look different from most of the others before. The details are a bit complicated, but I'm half Japanese, half Scottish.
Oh, she's Scottish. Okay. Scottish. That was not exactly my first guess. Yeah, exactly. It takes some effort not to blurt it out loud. I try to conjure images of the place in mind. I think as far as the UK goes, Scotland isn't bad to live in, but I'm not really sure. My first guess of England was surprisingly close, at least, geographically. It does leave another question, though. But you have no accent.
That's where all the details begin.
Yeah, I was about to say she was born in Japan.
I was born and raised in Japan despite my mother being foreign.
Ah, I get it. Hold on. Is she moved to the dorm simply due to Akira's working longer hours? So they don't live near the school? She gives a small sigh as if she didn't expect me to go any deeper. Was her previous frankness just a front?
Not exactly. It's been a long time since we've actually met.
I feel like I'm not getting the whole story, but I don't really want to go unduly prying into her situation. Her about-face shows she feels kind of awkward about it. So, do you speak much English? To be honest, I don't know that much about Scotland, but at least I know that the main language there. I know that's the main language there, my bad. It takes her a moment to collect herself, appreciating the changing topic.
That's right. My family mostly used Japanese around the house when I was young, but they made sure Akira and I knew our Scottish side just as well. I'm fluent in the language, but I'm also studying it in school to keep my skills up to have the qualifications on paper mainly.
So you're bilingual. That's pretty impressive.
I wouldn't go that far. Having parents who can speak the language is a large advantage, and English books in Braille aren't too hard to buy or import, with Yuko's help at least. There are relatively high demand for local English teachers here anyway, which also helps give me some motivation to learn it as well.
Demand for English teachers? For a moment, I wonder why she brought this up. You're planning to be an English teacher? She gives an enthusiastic nod. It must be nice having such a definite future in mind. I've never really given much thought to mine, so I'm kind of envious.
What's wrong?
It's just, I could see you as a teacher pretty easily. It suits you. Yeah, you're right. It actually really does suit her. For a moment, she's speechless. She lowers her face a little and lets out a nervous giggle, something I'd never seen her do before. With Lily's role as class representative and her dependable nature, teaching does seem like a line of work fitting her personality. Sorry, that was probably a little much. It is true, though. Waving her hand in front of her face dismissively, she quickly recovers.
It's not that. It's just that only one person has ever said that to me before.
Was it Akira? A short, somewhat awkward silence follows the discussion. Without knowing it, I ended up steering into a troublesome topic again. I should try to cheer her up a little. It was me who went and got her brooding after all. Wanna go grab lunch at the cafeteria after this? It might perk her up a bit, or at least take her mind off an apparently complicated family situation. Going by her smile, it seems to have the intended effect.
I appreciate the thought, but the food there...
Quite a quick redirection of the conversation. She does have a point, though. The food there isn't the greatest. Maybe Shanghai? We could ask Hanako if she wants to come as well. What is it?
I almost forgot until you reminded me. Hako's birthday is coming up soon, and I was going to go shopping in the city for a present tomorrow.
If that's an invitation, I'd be happy to accompany you. The ability to get more used to the layout of the city would probably be a good thing. I have barely set foot in there, so I'd be hopelessly lost by myself. She gives a nod, signaling that she happily approves of this plan for Sunday. We eventually get back to our books, though. Before I begin reading again, I steal one last glance at her. Maybe I've been thinking on my situation too much. After all, everyone here has their own unique circumstances. A chance to get outside and clear my head will probably do me good. God damn it. Oh, Lord. But yeah, I think we're going to call it here because it's already an hour and 20. So let's just take it from here. Next time, we're going to go look for a gift for Hanako, I guess. And oh my lord, that loud! Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, I guess next time we're gonna look for a gift for Hanako, so I hope you all enjoy it. I'm just gonna get right into the next episode because I kinda wanna see what's going on. Anyway, so thank you all for watching. As always, if you like this, hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. This has been Conixis. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description below. Thank you all for watching. Love you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.